Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and safe. Before I get into the usual recap of what happened on the last part, I have something that I gotta go over really quickly. So, you may or may not notice, but my old microphone bit the dust recently. And I've actually had this microphone that I'm using right now as a backup, and I've just been kind of keeping it safe. I didn't really intend on using it until the next series came around because I don't like making changes like this during any sort of series or playthrough. So that was kind of unfortunate. My old headset was about 4.5 years old, and between me dropping it and my cat just terrorizing it and beating it up, yeah, it wasn't going to last, and I kind of knew that. So I was prepared. Anyways, with that said and done, on to the episode. Oh, actually, there's something else I should probably mention. Right now, I actually don't have internet, so this might be a late upload. It might be. And if it is a late upload, then I'm going to keep with the schedule and upload the next one a little bit quicker. So that's just kind of how it works out. So anyways, on to the actual recap. On the last episode, we actually played as Nymiera, for the most part. And it was a lot of fun. You got to see how Nymiera would interact with actual NPCs, and at the end of it, she and Aaron had a battle, and of course, using her, we won. And at the end of it, we got to take control of our main character again, and see where we ended up. So, on this part, we're going to be rejoining our friends who went ahead of us to Hiyoshi City, but not before we stop and pick up some items. There's honestly not that much to do here. Most of the Pokemon that we'll encounter on this route we could have gotten already. But there's some big healing items like that Revive, that Ultra Potion. Down here is going to be a bunch of NPCs. They're going to be talking about the earthquakes and the rock slides. And there's nothing we can do with them. Over here we'll actually find a Max Revive. And over here is going to be Altair Manor. We can't actually do anything with this place, but it should look familiar to you. Especially if you enter one of the side rooms right over here, it should look really familiar. Anyways, the only thing of note here is going to be that Revival Herb right up there in the left corner. There is also a full heal over here, but Revival Herbs, man. Anyways, with that said and done, there's nothing else of note. So we might as well go up here and through the gate into Hiyoshi City. Welcome to Hiyoshi City, everyone. Capital of the Avium region. Huh. So this is Hiyoshi City, huh? It's quite nice. Ah, Azuki and Anju. Welcome back to Hiyoshi City. I am at your service. Hey, Cannon, buddy, what are you doing here? Did that flash bring you to the past as well? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you've mistaken me for someone else. I'm certain we have not met before, as I never forget a face. Huh? What are you talking about, dude? It's me, Huey. I don't think he remembers you, Huey. I don't know who you've met in your time, Huey, but Cannon here is Nymiera's assistant. But the Cannon in our time looks just like him. Sounds like him too. What's going on here? I see. You say you've met me in the future. I suppose that's not entirely out of the question, due to certain circumstances. But it as it may, this is not the place to discuss such things. Azuki, if you will, escort these guests to Nymiera's quarters at once. As you wish, Cannon, sir. My thanks. So, that wasn't the canon I knew? He looked so much like him, though. I wouldn't worry too much about it, Huey. I'm sure Nymiera will have an adequate answer for you when we meet her. Hazuki, please lead the way. At once, Lady Anju. So we could follow them, and we could not follow them, and we could actually explore a little bit. So right over here is actually going to be the Audino Trainer. It's kind of cool. They have one of the older breeding outfits on, at least in the overworld. Over here are going to be some shops. These are the only shops accessible to us, but they've got good stuff. We have Ultra Balls, and we also have Ultra Potions. And of course, we have the gourmet treats, reverse candies, repels, good stuff. There is also this shop over here, and they sell citrus berries. So if you need any of those, then why not? Honestly, if you don't have hold items for your Pokemon, you might as well give them one. Aside from that, over here is going to be the Hiyoshi Hospital. And right over here is going to be a Healing Star and a PC. So if you need to heal your Pokemon after dealing with the Audino Trainer, or if you need to get new Pokemon, that's where you get them. The reason I'm bringing this up right now is because this is probably a good spot to start training up that Sylveon that you got from Rin. But regardless of that, I'm going to keep going ahead and talk to Hazuki. Please, follow me through this building. Nymiera's apartment is just through here. Who's my whittle fairy on? You are. You are. Who wants to explore the past with Huey? You do. You do. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. You're such a dork, you know that? In the best way, though. I can't help it that my Flareon is just so cute. I do appreciate your love of Pokemon, Huey. It's nice to know that there are still children out there who still truly love their Pokemon. After all, battling is only one part of Pokemon. But Hazuki, please proceed. Nymiera's house is kept hidden for reasons that are confidential. However, just because you don't know about something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Everyone, please follow me over to this corner. This wall looks and feels like a regular wall, but if you push with a little bit of force and... Let's go, everyone. I'm sure Nymiera is awaiting our arrival. So if we make our way all the way down here, then we'll actually be inside of Nymiera's apartment. And we can enter all the way up here and join them. So, is Nymiera here? She should be. Hazuki, could you fetch her for us? That won't be necessary, Lady Anju. It seems she's on her way now. Ah, company! Welcome, welcome. Yes, welcome. Nymiera, it's so good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Hazuki. I have completed my task. Lady Anju has been safely escorted from Kyugirin to Hiyoshi. Thank you very much, Hazuki. You may go see your date now. It's not a date. I am simply speaking to someone. You're going to be late if you keep trying to clarify. Yes, I shall be on my way. Now, for my precious guest, what can I do for you all today? So, you're Nymiera, huh? Yes, that would be me. You have a very interesting apartment. I know. It's kind of a mess, but I'm a messy person by nature. What's a broke artist to do? I can't clean up yet. I have projects I have to start and never finish. You can say that again. So you're an artist? What do you do? Paint? Sculpt? I gotta make money somehow, you know? Being an artist technically is my main occupation, but I'm more of a self-imposed vagabond. This is my primary place of residency, but it wouldn't be unheard of to catch me in, say, Owen, Johto. Oh, Sinnoh, that's my favorite. Visiting ruins and seeing old culture makes me happy. It makes me feel nostalgic. Ruins make you feel nostalgic? That's a first. Anyway, we're sort of in a predicament. A problem that expands across time, I guess. We were thrown into this time without any way of returning. You wouldn't happen to know a way back, would you? You were forcibly thrown into this time? If something like that were to happen, it's because time itself requires you to be here. That's just the way it goes. So it seems. So, you're not going to help us? It's not that I won't help you, but if you all just continue your lives here, eventually a way back will be presented to you. Do you understand? So we just gotta be patient then. That's very correct. I gotta admit, that wasn't the answer I was looking for. If that's the case, I suppose I could get more intensive help. Cannon, could you please come here for a moment? How did you just appear out of nowhere like that? That was so cool. Master Nymiera summoned me. That's all there is to it. What can I do for you, Master? Master? What's going on between you two? I am Nymiera's humble servant. My sole purpose in life is to serve her. After all, that's why I was born. You were born to serve? That's kind of harsh. No matter how many times I tell him he doesn't have to serve me, he won't listen. But that's why I was created in the first place. All I know is to serve. This must sound very weird without context, but technically speaking, Cannon isn't exactly a human being. I was a being created by a Garufan spell. I am what you would call a maid. However, I'm sort of a special case. I was created with a personality in mind, and therefore, I didn't come out the way I was supposed to. This is not something that happens very often. It's a rare occurrence. A reply won't be necessary. I was simply explaining my origin. Nymiera, an interesting tidbit, but it seems that Huey here knows me from the time he is from. Does that mean anything to you? It's nothing we should try and wrap our heads around now. As for why I called you here, you would like me to find a way to send these people back to their home, correct? You're always one step ahead of me, Canon. That's exactly it. I shall search for an alternate passage through time. Though I must say, this task definitely is on the more difficult side. I must ask that you forgive me. It may take some time to accomplish. Of course. Thanks, Canon. I bid you all adieu. That's still so freaky. Like Canon said, there's going to be a bit of time before anything turns up. If anything does at all. You are all welcome to rest here until that time comes. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. I was ready to pass out. I guess we could all use a bit of rest. Nymiera, there is a matter I wish to speak to you about. It's about Vivian, isn't it? I already know. I don't wish to speak about it at this time. Understood. In that case, I shall take a stroll through the city. Okay. I'll be here, as usual. Please, make yourself at home. So just as Nymiera said, we can actually explore her apartment freely. So we can run around, talk to Rina. Huh? I feel like I've seen that symbol somewhere before. Like in one of my old novels or something? Still, it's kind of spooky to look at. Or talk to Nymiera herself. It's very pleasing to just sit at home and paint your troubles away. All of us have something we want to run away from, but sometimes that something is just too fast. Our past comes to catch us all eventually. Or we can come down here and check out Ren. The symbol. These are the keys from the Reborn region, isn't it? Nastasia gave me a whole crash course about that place. Maybe one day I'll get to go there. And finally, Huey. These pictures are kind of weird, aren't they? They kind of look like they tell a story, but I'm not too sure how. Oh, those pictures. It seems that way because it does tell a story. A bit of a long one. Oh, could you tell us about it? I'm really curious. Oh, I suppose that can be done. You seem reluctant. It's okay if you don't wanna. No, it's okay. It's a story that should be told. It's not exactly a happy story, but it's history. Would you like to hear it? It's a little long, but I believe we have time. I'm definitely gonna listen in. Okay, let's begin. This is the story of how the world came into being. A tale that tells the base of all life, good and evil. In the beginning of time, there was a single deity. A being so powerful and great that light itself would bend at its presence. The being was a kind and benevolent spirit, but it was also very lonely. It wished for companions to love, creatures that would flourish under its light. Because it demanded it, a woman and a man were born into the world. The deity thought of the man and the woman as its own children. Proud of its creation, it bestowed the gift of intelligence. Alongside intelligence, they were given free will. Both decided to dedicate their lives to worshiping and praising their creator. Everyone loved one another. The man and the woman married and lived their lives under the powerful deity's protection. Life was a paradise. Together, the man and the woman would build a family and lead the way for the rest of humanity to prosper. After this deity created humanity, it wished to bring new life. A life which would stand equally to humans, hand in hand. Using its powerful light, it created new beings. They were all different shapes, sizes, color. They were perfect. The deity named them Pokémon. Pokémon had wondrous abilities. Some could shoot fire. Some could control things with their minds. Some could even generate water. Some could even create imaginary worlds and illusions. Their god's creation soon flooded their gates. From the north, the west, the south, and the east, all were welcome. All were precious beings that were given life. That's how the woman saw them. But the man, no, he thought differently. We don't need Pokémon. Humans are the superior beings. Why allow Pokémon to wield such power, but us humans cannot? Why do you put us below Pokémon? You've made a mistake, Father. The deity would not succumb to the man's anger. Pokémon and people are one and the same, equal beings that both roam the earth in unity. The man rejected this notion and decided to leave the woman and the deity forever. The woman tried to persuade the man to stay, but he wouldn't budge. His stance was unshaken. He would not allow his former god to ruin what he thought he had. Not long after, tragedy struck. Out of nowhere, a meteor struck the deity, splitting the being into three. The meteor dragged one fragment far away. The second fragment was mortally wounded. It could not hold its form for long. It eventually disintegrated and fell apart. As for the final one, the last fragment took a new name. It is what we know today as Arceus. Although it survived the impact, it was greatly weakened. Arceus agonized over the thought of future dangers that may befall his children. Therefore, Arceus made a decision. Arceus told the woman, "I cannot stay the way I am for much longer, but I shall grant upon you a final gift. An object that will act as the conduit between life and my power. An object that will bend the world to the owner's bidding. Take it and store it away. Till then, await my reawakening. I leave the world in the hands of you all, my beloved children. I shall be waiting." And thus Arceus formed itself into an object we call the archetype. It was the embodiment of Arceus's love, a physical manifestation. The man and the woman knew if its existence was found out, it would only create chaos. Both of them took the archetype and sealed it away. They promised that they would not use the archetype for their own selfish desires. And it rested peacefully, awaiting the day that Arceus would return to its people once again. Though the two created their pact, it was soon broken after. The man grew lustful for the archetype's power. He stormed the woman's castle. He demanded that the woman surrender. The woman refused and locked in combat with the man. This feud began the first Pokemon War. When other regions gained knowledge of the archetype, they joined as well. One war became 2, 2 became 4, and 4 became 8. And before long, the entirety of the world had been nothing but pain and suffering. The woman, now queen, and her son, now a knight, fought for the safety of all beings. All who entered the castle fell to the knight's hand. But even then, the effect of war pressed down deeply on the woman's heart. Countless lives lost for nothing more than lust for power. The war was at a standstill. At this rate, the entirety of the world would soon be nothing. Tired and determined, the woman took matters into her own hands. She decided that she had enough. The woman made her way to her castle with the past behind her. She could no longer look back. The deaths of her family and friends pushed forward. Resolve was all that she needed to make the final move. She took the archetype and gave her wish. Bring this war to an end. Give us the power we need to stop this. Her words echoed through the sky, and finally the archetype responded with an empty glow. The archetype did something the woman did not expect. It had seemed as though her wish had backfired. Suddenly, the humans began to evolve. They became stronger, more intelligent. Pokemon fell in power, and humanity began to overwhelm them. The woman and her son were pushed back into their castle. Her son fought valiantly, but he succumbed to his wounds in battle and perished. The man presented his sword to the woman in mockery. The woman had given up, hope was lost. Her beloved god had betrayed her. Her husband turned on her. Her only child was killed in battle. As she surrendered, a bright flash of light filled the sky. A man named AZ from a far-off region had fired the ultimate weapon. Its purpose was to destroy all sides of the war, and that it did. The blast was so strong that it pierced the sky and flew into space. The blast then rebounded and made its way to Earth. In the light of that confusion, the woman pulled back her bow and shot one final arrow. And the blast from the ultimate weapon ended it all. Holy crap, I'm getting chills. That was an awesome story, Nymiera. Yes, it truly is something. The event described in those paintings, did it happen to be the Great Pokemon War? Yes, I'm very impressed by your knowledge, Rena. Although the first Pokemon War was mentioned, I never mentioned the overall event it grew into. Did you paint this? It looks like your style. Yep. One lonely afternoon turned into a bunch of paintings. That seems to happen a lot around here. Stop doing that! Forgive me. I find too much joy in your screams of terror. That's so mean. Canon, have you found anything? Please forgive my incompetence, Lady Nymiera. I was unable to complete my mission due to interference. Interference? It's quite embarrassing, but a certain individual seems certainly fond of me. At every turn, there they were, to stop me in my tracks. And of course, I don't exactly have a way of defending myself. That is troubling. I can't have you being stalked by some creep without any form of protection. Please take this salamence. He is my dear friend. He shall protect you. I am honored, Lady Nymiera. I will guard this beast with my life. In that case, I shall be off once more. Wait, Canon. Could you give us some info on this shady person? Yeah, maybe we could help in some way. That way you wouldn't even need protection. I appreciate the sentiment. The fellow was very peculiar. He had tech I've never seen before. It looked like he was levitating on some piece of metal. That sounds a lot like that guy from Alamisa. Canon, where was the last time you saw this person? It was on Route 5, but I doubt they're still there. They've been tailing me for a while. I'm certain they've relocated. I actually have an idea I'd like to present. Perhaps I can act as bait. Out of all the options, it seems like this one gives the highest chance of success. I don't approve of using yourself as bait, but if you think it's effective, please do so. But of course, be careful. Of course. I shall be waiting at the central square. Alright, everyone. We're moving out. Let's catch this bastard. Before we go ahead and join them all in the central square of the town, I want to point some things out. One, the fact that one of the Arceus, or Arceus, whichever you prefer to say, was dragged off by the meteor, is actually kind of interesting in aspect to the story of Pokémon Reborn. Also 2, AZ and Kalos, of course. And also 3, take a look at these paintings over here. They should look pretty familiar to you. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. So it's time to leave. Artist, is that you? Artist, it is you, isn't it? Don't you remember me? Artist, wait. So if we try to go back in there, our character just gives us the dots, and yeah, we have to keep going on. I actually kind of like that. It does make it seem like in some way our character has a bit of natural personality to them. It's not entirely us filling in the gaps. So with all that said and done, we're just going to head down this road and right over here to join up with the group. All of a sudden, it seems like he's no longer interested. Let's That's a little annoying. I was so looking forward to kicking his ass. Is there anywhere else we could look? He's somewhere in this time, right? That means he has to be somewhere. The main part of the city is blocked off due to festival preparations. But there is a shuttle that takes you to the most northern part of the area. Yes, that would be Hiyoshi Pass. One of us could perhaps check out that area. Maybe Icy? If anyone finds that guy, I bet the one who could stand up to him would be them. Huh? Icy? Sure, that sounds like a good idea. You built yourself a really impressive reputation. Then it's settled. Icy will visit Hiyoshi Pass. Good luck, Icy. Remember to scream really loud if you find our guy. And that's all they have to say for us. So there isn't really much of a shuttle. However, there is this lady over here. So, you know Truck Guy. This is going to be Truck Girl. And sure, I would like to be driven to Hiyoshi Pass. And while we're being driven there, we will have a beautiful cutscene. Hazuki, my darling, I'm finally ready. Thomas! I thought you were going to abandon me. But I'm glad I was wrong. Why would I abandon you? A Blakery never falls back on their word. I know, it's just that I'm so caught up in protecting others that I forget that... I don't know, I'm an idiot? No, you're not. You're my sparkling water, sunshine. You're always doing your duties protecting people, but who will protect you? That person's going to be me, understand? I'll be there for you, my flower. You'll protect me? No one's ever said that to me before. Thank you for your words, Thomas. They really brighten my day. But I have to go now. I have duties I must attend to. Leaving already? Oh, that's a shame. I get it though. You're a hard-working woman. Let me at least give you a little kiss before you go. Oh, I love you. Goodbye, Thomas. Goodbye, sunshine. She's gone now. You can come out of hiding now. Did you put the tracker on her like I instructed? Yeah. Like I said before, a Blakery never falls back on his word. It was easy. Girls like her are too easy. You just tell them what they want to hear, and they're yours. But what about you? Did you do your part? Of course. Your father, Mr. Blakery, is no more. The Blakery fortune and company is now in your hands, Thomas. Nicely done. Just to make sure we're clear, if I see you again, I will kill you. You told me that last time. I got it. Good. Yes. Well, we won't be seeing each other again, Mr. Blakery. I feel bad for deceiving such a pretty face, but hey, I may end up marrying her and merging her fortune with mine. Only one thing left to do. It throws you for an absolute loop because you start off that cutscene and you think it's absolutely adorable, absolutely precious, and then it cuts. And you're like, wow, I feel so bad. Anyways, over here to the left is going to be the Rejuvenation Corporation, which we can't do anything to at the moment. And then we can't really do anything in the other direction, so we have to go north. I love you all. I love you all. Please, don't. And as we move north, we'll actually be getting more of these visions. Except you might want to save right about here. And with our game saved, let's go up. We were supposed to be friends for life. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Don't cry. I'm here, just like I promised. Please don't cry. I'm sorry. It was just too painful. I understand, but we have to keep it together. If not, we'll fall apart. And we need each other. Are they here too? Yes, they are listening as well. What do you think of them? I trust them. They seem good. They make good choices, and overall have been a good person. I see. I'm so sorry. I can't. Go on. Wait, please. I see. Where are you? I see. What's wrong? What happened? Come on, talk to me. I'm afraid that one is out like a candlestick at dawn's peak. You did this to Icy. Let's not jump the gun. I had nothing to do with this. It's not my fault they reacted the way they did. Though, keeping repressed memories like that really isn't healthy. It messes up your psychic. All that, you know? No one ever cares about mental health. Liar, shut your mouth. Keep those claws hidden, kitty cat. You may cut someone. If a scratching board's all you need, I'm welcome to oblige. I'm a scratching board that scratches back, so be careful. So we'll be battling as Rin this time, which is really cool. So you might want to familiarize yourself with Rin's team. We're going to be using them for quite a while. So we got the Greninja. Just like Melia, he has 31 in all stats and good EV spreads as well. So we've got the timid, special attacking protein Greninja right here. Lygon right here. Physical attacker with Dragon Dance. Arcanine here, which is a mixed attacker, actually. Reuniclus, which is just a bulky special attacker. Cacturn, which is, again, another physical attacker. And finally, the Savali. Again, another speedy physical attacker. He doesn't have any items, so that's all good. Anyways, we're going to start off with this guy's team now. Alolan Raichu is here. It's got the Focus Sash. It has Surge Surfer. Has Thunderbolt, Psychic, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Ice. And I'm going to try to sacrifice Greninja off to this Raichu. So I'm going to break the Sash with the Scald. And hopefully it knocks me out in return. Yeah, sorry Greninja. We're going to be using Reuniclus for this, actually. So Reuniclus just soaks up special attacks, and this may not seem necessary because this guy has 4 Pokemon, but it is very much necessary. So we're going to be using Calm Mind and Recover to set up on this Raichu right here. So I'm just going to set up until I feel comfortable dealing with this. So another Calm Mind right there. And I'll sneak another one in right here. I'm going to be forced into recovering right here if it doesn't crit me and knock me out. Or it could paralyze me. That's fine. All the strategy is just really kind of luck right here since I got paralyzed. You could use your own bag items to actually take care of the paralysis if you want. So I'm just going to continue to set up on the Raichu. This guy's AI does not make him switch out at all usually. So I'll probably get to +5 and he's not going to do much. And at this point I probably want to hit that Recover just to be safe. Hopefully nothing bad happens here. Alright, we're all good. And I think I'll get the final boost. This probably isn't necessary, but since I'm boosted up to +6 special defense and special attack, I want to make sure now that I'm at max HP. So I'll go ahead and recover there, and I'll recover one more time. And actually, I think I will cure that paralysis, because I don't want myself to get paralyzed when I at least need it. And thankfully, I do have full heals, so that's all good. So I should be fine with this amount of HP, and I'm going to go for the Psy Shock right there. And just absolutely destroy that Raichu. Next up is going to be Swampert. Swampert is holding the Rindo berry, which is the berry that reduces the damage taken from super effective grass type attacks. It has Torrent for an ability, Earthquake, Ice Punch, Hammer Arm, and Waterfall. I'm just going to Psy Shock this and knock it out. I should be able to take that Earthquake pretty nicely. Next up is going to be Clawitzer. I believe this has Mega Launcher, it has an Assault Vest for an item, it has Water Pulse, Dark Pulse, Aura Spear, and Ice Beam. Again, this is a special attacker, so I'm not really too worried. So I'm just going to slap that with a Psy Shock, and it's gone, it's out of here. And finally, here is going to be the Xurkitree. So this is why we set up. Xurkitree here is holding the Shuca berry. That is the berry that reduces the damage taken from super effective ground type attacks. It has Beast Boost, which if you don't know, every time Xurkitree knocks out a Pokemon, Beast Boost will kick in and give it a boost in its highest stat, which is going to be Special Attack. It has Thunderbolt, Grass Knot, Dazzling Gleam, and Hidden Power Ice again. Basically, if this Pokemon knocks out one of your Pokemon, there's a good chance it will sweep you. Which is why setting up your Reuniclus right here is so important. What is your problem? Why did you send us here? Why so mad? And here I thought you'd be appreciative. This is a pretty nice spot, isn't it? Icy surely thought so. Don't talk about Icy. You don't have the right. It's your fault. We're all in this mess in the first place. It's my fault. Is that so? Look who's talking. I'm not the one wearing that disgraceful uniform. And to think that this cat thought he was worth something. You're just playing a game you never owned. A party you weren't invited to. So then tell me, Why are you lot here? All of a sudden. What are you talking about? I'm talking about fate, kiddo. Everything's on a predetermined path. At least that's how it's supposed to be. Maybe you should ask your unconscious friend over there. You're talking nonsense. You're a psychopath. Call me what you want. I know what fate has in store for me. Or at least I did. Speak again, kitty cat. But for now, I got a dick. Don't run away from me, you bastard. This isn't over, you freak. Once I get my friend to the hospital, I'll come after you. Let's get you out of here, buddy. How's Icy doing? Is it serious? Your friend is doing fine. They just passed out due to exhaustion. They're resting now, but once they're up, they can leave immediately. Great. I'll be back later to check on things. Is Icy okay? Tell me they're okay. I'm gonna puke. Christ, I'm gonna puke. Please don't puke. Icy is going to be fine. They weren't hurt or anything. They're just going to rest for a bit. In the meantime, we're going to lay low while Cannon finds a way back for us. That's a relief. Icy being okay, I mean. That was scary. This sucks though. What are we gonna do while we wait? I'm sure there are things to do around the city. You guys time traveled several decades and you're still bored. Jeez. Yeah, if you think about it, most people here either old or dead. Isn't that just hilarious? No. Oh. Did I fail with that joke? Only a little. The shock factor was entertaining. Alright, that's enough from you two. I'm gonna head out for a bit. Let us come with you! That's a no from me, sis. Just hang out with Huey or something. But stay here, Rena. I mean it. Fine. Alright. And 1, 2, 3. Rena, are we seriously doing this again? I'm not following my brother, if that's what you were thinking. I heard you can take the shuttle to a lake north of here. If you ask them to, that is. I was thinking we could check it out or something. Oh, okay. As long as we're not stalking again. Relax. I'm over it. I just want to get my mind off things now. Huh. Wow. She really wasn't following me. Guess she's finally started to grow up. What the hell? Oh. Miss Stacy is calling me. Wait, how is this call reaching me? That's weird. But alright. Yes, what is it? Bryn? I've been trying to contact you for ages. Why haven't you picked up? That's because I haven't actually gotten a call from you recently. In fact, I'm not even sure why this one went through, considering where I am. I configured that device to have reception literally wherever you went. So there's no way my calls wouldn't make it. What if I said to you that I wasn't even in the same time period anymore? Rin, where are you right now? Somehow, got myself stuck in the past with my sister, a guy named Shuey, and Icy. Who, by the way, just happens to be unconscious right now. That's awkward. Do you not have a way back? I don't. And truthfully, I thought you'd be a little bit more blown away by all this. Did you say something? Sorry, I was thinking. Since you're there, we might as well get some work done. Describe the area to me. Work? Anyway, I'm in a place called Hiyoshi City. Does that name ring any bells to you or something? Interesting. I see. Yes, I believe I know exactly where you are now. It's a large city held at the coastline, right? Huh? Yeah. How'd you know that? The internet. Anyway, I know just the place I want you to visit. North of Hiyoshi City is the Rejuvenation Corporation building, right? Are you asking me or telling me? I honestly can't tell. I'm asking you, of course. It's up there, right? I don't know. Haven't really looked up north much. But if it means so much to you, then I'll take a look. See? Was that so difficult? But I have a favor to ask you as well. Huh? What is it? Make it quick. I gotta get back to Gira. Can you override Icy's storage box and link it with mine? Rin, why the hell would I do something like that? Do you know the repercussions that would entail? I don't know. I saw some cool Pokémon. Thought Icy would like some of them. And I have no use for anything around here. I just thought it would be a nice gift for when they woke up. It'd be easier to just redirect your captures to Icy's storage line rather than linking it. But what do I get out of this? How about my undying appreciation and gratitude? Alright, fine. You can have my salted caramel cupcake with extra sprinkles. It's on the top row of the fridge behind the eggs. This is acceptable. I'll get right on it. Thanks, Stacia. Alright. Time to head to the Rejuvenation Corp building. Yoshi Pass. Alright, so I think that's actually going to be it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed. Also, let me know if you have any feedback on my current microphone situation, what you think of it, any adjustments you think I should make, anything along those lines. On the next part, we're going to be playing as Rin, running around as Rin, our favorite edgy bad boy of Pokemon Rejuvenation. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.